Hi, guys. Welcome to the Gig Economy Podcast, episode 121, with your beautiful host, kind of bearded, facial hair Jesper, and bearded Jason. He's growing his fall beard for the winter.
Jason or me?
Did I say Jason?
No, I'm not. I cut most of mine off the other day.
Did you?
Oh yeah.
I like the goatee.
I'm keeping this.
Keeping it trim.
Oh yeah.
I love it. Guys, thank you so much for joining us tonight. This is a show about the gig economy. As our name says, we talk about stories, things going on, funny memes, that kind of stuff, and try to have some fun. Everything that you need to know about our show, if you go to gigeconomyshow.com, that would be great. Also, if you could hit that like button on the Facebook and the YouTube video, that helps us a lot as well. And share it if you're feeling sherry tonight.
Sherry? Did
Sherry.
you say that?
If you're feeling sherry and cherry, let's go. And I lost my spot. Thank you. I want to thank our Patreon members, Larry from Bowling Green, Samson from Grand Rapids, Steve from Colorado, Chris from Grand Rapids, James from Fort Collins, Bud Dickman from North Carolina, Tom Kelly from Houston, Omar from Detroit, and we got a new one, Lindsay G from We Don't Know. I just messaged her. So thanks, Lindsay, for joining. We really appreciate you. Join the Telegram group. That's a group where we talk shit and talk about gig work and sometimes get some spammers and I have to boot them out because they try to hit on the women. No, I'm just kidding. They don't. But they do try to spam your account with like Bitcoin and shit like that. It's super annoying. But
you're pretty good at getting rid of those.
I am. And you know, Sam and usually Sam, Matt, and John usually hit me a private message or they'll tag me in it. And then because I don't, unfortunately, I mute that group because it gets a little chattery.
Well, but you're about to get into it much more, right?
Yeah, about a week and a half away.
Yep,
so
there you go. So what happens in a week and a half? It's all our new listeners.
Yeah.
What happens in a week and a half?
That's true. I do gig work full time in the winter, fall, early spring, whatever. I'm a seasonal lawn care worker. So once I get done with that, I don't collect unemployment and I go out there and hustle.
Hey, that's what it's all about.
I'm looking forward to it.
That's what it's all about.
This Friday, TNCRadio.live is our radio show that Jesper and I and Steve from Rideshare Rodeo do together. And, of course, Tom Kelly from the host of TNC Radio.
He graciously allows us on his show.
Yes. Basically, it's a 24-hour radio show online. It has all kinds of shows. And one of ours that replays is my show or our show and then Steve's. But then 7 to 9, we get together live and just talk shop. And this week is Jesper. I'm actually off the next 2 weeks. But Jesper's will be on from 7 to 9. TNCRadio.live. The link is in the description.
And we're going to be live streaming on our channel this Friday.
Yes, everything's gonna for a while is gonna be on our channel. Yep. So you'll see if you see a live notification at 7 p.m. on Friday, that would be it.
So obviously, if you want to listen to the audio, tncradio.live. And if you want to see the stream, go on our YouTube channel.
Yeah, actually, I do. It'll go to YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch.
Oh,
so I do it all.
Yeah,
just like always. Yep. So
sweet.
All right, we got to talk about it. Stories from the road. There's not much, but there's one sad story.
One sad story. The comfort van is dead.
Oh.
Yeah, no, this week, we're just tired of putting money into it, and it is officially being retired.
Yeah,
but the new vehicle is on its way.
Yeah, what did you end up getting?
So we bought a 2020 Kia Sedona.
Ooh,
so yeah,
2020
Kia Sedona.
Now, here's my question for you. Did you happen to look up on the Uber app or research if that is considered a comfort van?
It is. It definitely is.
I love it.
But again, I mean, that's part of being a seasonal driver too, though, right? I mean, because I've seen it too. And so I started driving, 2 months ago, 3 months ago, something like that.
Yeah.
And everybody was telling me that right now, the money in Grand Rapids is in Comfort and XL. And I must admit, it is the truth. Every night I've been out, I've been Comfort and XL only, and I make good money.
I have a question. How does your beautiful wife think about taking your brand new van out and possibly getting a puker in it the first night you take it out?
The answer is leather seats.
Okay. Fair enough.
I mean, that was one of my requirements.
Yeah.
I got to get leather seats.
It's almost, if you're going to do gig work or especially passengers,
Yep.
leather is the way to go.
Yep.
Easy
and
clean
so
up.
in the Sedona, you actually have to get the premium trim to get leather seats.
Oh, really? Oh, leather has kind of become not a premium though.
Right.
You should be able to get it without getting the higher trim, but.
So we actually had to order a premium trim. Now with that, obviously comes all the cool features.
Yeah.
So yeah.
You're probably going to have all those new safety features on that thing too.
It has them all. It has driver, what is it called? Like lane assist.
Yeah.
It has.
It'll pull you back into the lane?
Yep.
Oh
yep.
my gosh.
Well, it doesn't really pull you. Well, it does, but it kind of, what's it called? Like force feed in the steering wheel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it moves you in there.
Well, it tells me it.
Oh, yes. So it won't. It just vibrates, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So,
I thought it because some cars will actually keep you in the lane.
This one will not. So, so it'll tell me if you're not what's it called, using your blinker. Because if you use your blinker, that tells the van you are you're
intentionally
doing it. Otherwise, it's gonna pull you back in. But it also have what do they call it, like proactive cruise. So that it senses the distance.
Yeah,
to the
Megan's car has that too.
It's awesome.
It's
so
you'll love that feature.
Oh yeah, and then of course it has a sunroof, and it has the pulling package or whatever they call that.
So question for you: did your other van have a sunroof? Okay. Have you ever had a car with a sunroof?
No.
That's not that nice. I have.
That's maybe not.
No, but I love it how they throw it in there, and it's like I've probably opened mine like 3 times. Usually it's 95 degrees, and I'm like, it's too hot, and I close it. But I mean, that used to be the bomb when I was younger. I wanted a car with a sunroof. I finally got one. I'm like, this is stupid.
You know, some of the cars we were looking at, they had a cabin video for the rear.
Oh, really?
Like built in. So on my screen, I could click on the button, and it would show me
what's going on back there.
Yeah,
we've got brat kids. Or as your kids get older and like they're bringing their boyfriend or girlfriend home, like,
whatever it is,
hey, hands on your laps.
Whatever it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's now amazing. This one doesn't have that, but yeah, adaptive cruise. Thank you so much. Yep.
Real quick, I don't have any stories from the road. Well, kind of. I'll talk about something first, but John had a question. He said, I placed an order on Uber Eats today. I paid for the priority and tipped $12. Holy shit, John, you're balling. That's amazing. Driver picked up the order and started driving in the opposite direction. I didn't reduce the tip. What would you guys have done?
Well, he was obviously dropping somebody off first.
Or another order.
Yeah, exactly. It's another order. Yeah.
So, he said, when I saw the driver go in the opposite direction, I messaged him. I noticed you're going in the wrong direction. Do you need help with directions? He left me on read, most likely dirty multi-apping. But I mean, he probably was.
Well, let me ask you a question, John. Was your food nice and warm when you got it?
Yeah. Oh, I waited like he was going to answer. That's true. I would need to know that. Mark says, oh, watch out for the Kia boys with your Kia van. I don't think your van falls into the, because there's a certain year that they've been stealing the Kia cars.
I don't know.
No, it's not. Okay. And John says fake leather for the win. Well, of course it's not real leather. We're not savages by any means. We wouldn't want to kill a cow for that.
It came cold. So then I would, if it was cold, I would have changed. I mean, at that point, I would even have reported it possibly.
I would report it back to Uber Eats, try to get at least some of a credit, but I would definitely I would cut the tip in half. I'd still tip him some. I mean, he still drove it out, but oof.
But then again, the question now becomes, because they're back on you, what happens if you were in the same situation, right?
Well,
and you were the driver, you were deliverer. What happens if the food was already cold when you got it?
It's true. I mean, yeah. I mean, what kind of food was it? That's my next question. Was it in a?
I mean, there's lots of answers to this question, right?
Yeah. I mean, if it was French fries, they're going to be cold,
right?
I mean, even if I go to McDonald's 3 miles down the road myself and bring them home, the fries aren't going to be cold, but they're not going to be.
I mean, I hope if it was really the driver's fault, I hope you reached out to Uber Eats.
Yeah.
And you also rated him low.
Yeah.
I mean, we should all strive to be better, right? And so it's the same when I have people in my car. If I'm being a total jerk and dick to them, I hope they give me a 1-star rating if it's my fault.
Yeah.
I mean,
and I'll be honest with you, I've dirty multi-apped quite a bit. And if it's cold, then I screwed up. I wasn't quick enough. I clearly should have not done that. Well, most of the time I try to be conscientious of the customer if I'm gonna do multi-app, and I try to say, okay, is this gonna be cold? And I'd be like, yep, it is. I'm not taking it because I don't want to piss people off. So
So John, he goes, it wasn't late yet. That's stupid.
It wasn't late yet.
Well, couldn't cancel it without charging a fee because it wasn't late yet.
Oh yeah, you have to do that after the fact. If you message him before he gets there, so
I would report it back saying the food was stupid cold and he drove in the wrong direction or whatever. I would definitely. Yes.
All right, quick shout out to Tyler, Janet, thanks for being here. Mark, of course, John McKellian, and Jerry. Thank you so much. And Tom. Hey, Tom. Tom from Chicago. Appreciate y'all. Okay, so my story from the road isn't really a story. It is called, and I'm sure you've all heard it, it's called Rapify. We've actually talked about it on the show. Your boy over here is getting an Amazon ad wrapped on his car.
You are?
I am, for 3 months.
For how? What are they paying you for that?
So it's a ad light, meaning it's just on my doors and on my back window. What do you think they're going to pay me for it?
3 months?
Yeah. What? Go by week, like weekly. What do you think the weekly?
$100 a week.
No. It was like John. Getting that Amazon tramp stamp. Didn't I? John got it. Didn't I say didn't I shit on Amazon last week? And our promo was don't drive for Amazon. Yeah, it's roughly $50 a week. So I mean, for doing nothing.
Well, yeah.
I mean, think about this. So 2 weeks it'll pay for a tank of gas, basically. Every 2 weeks it'll pay for a tank of gas.
So are they at least paying into
yeah, so I haven't actually finished the process. I have to submit pictures of my car. I'm hoping that my car is going to be fine to do it. I don't know why. Might have a problem because I have that Gig Economy podcast sticker on my window, although they can just cover it up. I don't care.
Right.
It'd be weird that they would make me to take it off, and then I got a little bit of a rust spot in the back, but I mean, it's whatever. I mean, it's not a piece of shit car. I mean, it's fine.
It's a Pilot. Yeah,
it's a nice car. So, hey, you know what? We're going to go right to the picture. This is for our audio listeners, my car officially the other day turned 250,000 miles on it. Now, it ain't like John's from North Carolina, who's got almost 500,000 miles, but that's pretty good for Honda Pilot for beating it up for gig work.
That's 50,000 miles more than the Comfort Van.
50 more? Oh man,
Comfort Van is 195.
Okay, yep, just turned 250 the other day, so I was really happy about that. But
yeah,
we'll see. We're gonna try the Rapify. I mean, I really don't care. Honestly, I would do it all the time. What do I care?
Right.
I mean, I don't care. I'm like, like I'm, and especially since I'm really not doing passengers.
Right.
I'm doing just food delivery. I mean, I think it's great. Do you need a tissue?
No, I'm good.
Yes, we're recovering from a terrible cold.
Yeah.
So, yeah. John's got a RAV4 200. You should be able to get a lot out there. You don't have the road salt and you should be fine. So, hey, Catherine. All right, let us jump into the news. First up, I have 2 pictures to show you of earnings, and I'm going to show the 2 pictures, and then. I think you guys are all smart. You'll be able to figure out the difference. But what are you laughing at? The pictures. Okay. Sorry. Hang on. Okay. So here's the first one. I was like, oh, man, like, look at that earning.
$2,200
in 1 week. So then you kind of look a little bit more, and then you look at the hours.
Right.
How is that even possible? Well, how many hours are in a week?
Well,
let's figure it out.
Do the math.
I'm doing it.
But he drove 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He drove 7 days, right?
7 days. So there's 168 hours in the week. This guy had 121 hours online.
Right.
Now, it doesn't mean he wasn't sitting home laying on his couch waiting for rides. But you don't make 2,200 laying on your couch.
No. But I mean, if you do the math, That's $18 an hour.
It's not great.
No,
it's not great. 116 trips. Okay, so here's the other one. This is from our that I don't know where market that one was from. This is from our market.
Right. This is much better.
$1,900 hours. $1,900 for 57 hours. Right. More trips than the other guy too at 140 trips.
Right.
Now again, I don't know if these are bonuses. I'm sure there's bonuses, but I was just shocked at the difference of time. Like literally half the time he made about the same amount of money. So,
I
thought that
now, if you look at the points too, there's points that ties into
that, but it doesn't give you more money.
No. But that would tell them that kind of tells me whether or not they were still blue or they're gold or whatever. It tells them how many are they canceling.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
But anyways, no, I mean, the first one obviously was not driving very effective by any means.
No. And again, I didn't ask the person anything like, I don't know if how, what market they were. It's just always fun to look at the snapshot. Hey, Larry.
Yep.
All right. So up next, what do we got next? Oh, this is going to be a heavy UPS again. Apparently I need to go back and drive for UPS. But next up, Jesper has some breaking news for Grand Rapids. Not breaking.
Yeah, we talked about it last time a little bit, and I didn't know. And actually, I think it was the same night after I sent you this.
Yeah, like the day after the last show. Yeah.
So basically, Grand Rapids is now doing real-time fares. Trip requests in your city are changing soon. Trip requests in your city will show you how much you'll make and where you will go. So basically, we'll know exactly in real time. And it may have already changed. I haven't driven since last week because my van is obviously not doing well.
By the way, when he was driving over tonight, he goes, "This thing is shaking. I'm not sure I'm going to make it, Jason." I'm like, "I'll come for you, buddy." Sorry.
Yeah, it's a constant misfire on one of the cylinders, and I don't know. So, anyways, and what I read is they may need the engine rebuilt. Anyways, so fares are created real time. Upfront fares are created in real time and reflect what's happening around you. 2 examples of what happens. The fare you're shown in front will be higher when demand is higher. Blah blah. Anyways, we'll get to know how much we'll make.
So did it have a little bit more about long trips being less money and short trips being more money?
So possibly, but we don't know.
Yeah, well, yeah, you won't know. You're not getting your car till like the end of the month, right?
Correct. Well, no, Monday.
Oh, did they bump it up?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice. But it'll take you like a week to get it registered with Uber and probably everything.
I hope not that long. So because I won't even need. I don't need an inspection.
Because it's new enough,
right? Because Michigan law, the Michigan law is the car has to be 5 years or older.
Oh,
before the inspection
is that for both?
Well, I'm pretty sure, anyways.
You're not driving on Lyft, so.
But I think it's a Michigan requirement, so it would be for both.
Okay,
that's my guess. Anyways, I haven't looked at them. So, but my hope is I'll get it approved for driving fairly quickly. So
that would be good. I'm excited to see the van. I'm surprised. Again, we talked that you got a van. I know you love them. What do you love about the van?
The number one thing I hear from people is still, ooh, automatic doors.
Oh my gosh.
I know. It's everybody.
What?
It's everybody.
I think we're all just simple organisms and we see things automatic. But do people walk into grocery stores and go, ooh, automatic doors?
But see, the thing is, I always open the doors for them.
It's a courtesy.
Right.
Yeah.
And I hear it all right away. It's like, ooh, it's such a nice thing.
Yeah.
And people just like the vans.
I would wonder if people would get annoyed if it didn't have power and you're like trying to open. Vans are weird to open. You can't just open. You have to pull it and then kind of push it out.
And so people who are used to vans, they will do it. And I will tell, don't. I say, don't touch the vans. I will open the doors because the people who do, they slam them.
Yes.
And I don't want them slamming the doors.
No.
Now, the other thing that this one has is this seats 8. So
you have 2 bench seats?
Well, it's actually not bench seats.
Oh.
The back is bench, but the front is
3.
It's 3 seats that they come out as separate seats, but when they're all there, it's like a bench, but they're not.
Mine seats 8, but it's a bench for both of them.
Yeah.
Just both sides. So
anyways, it comes about, but it's pretty nice.
Yeah.
So
I'm
the
excited to see
only
it.
thing, I mean, I like it, and I think it's gonna be nice. It's a white. It's white.
Oh,
Yes.
dirt's gonna show up like a
I
Christmas
know.
tree,
It's
but
scary.
at least you won't see the roads all this much.
It's white, and unfortunately, the interior trim is also light.
Yeah, it was a tan. That's not bad though.
Tan and white. Well,
It's white inside.
it's kind of a lighter colors. Yeah.
Oh
So
man,
I'm
you're
worried
gonna.
about that.
So here's the thing, and you won't do it, but I'm gonna tell you anyways. Like after every weekend, just go in there and wipe everything down. Because if you
Right.
sit too long, it's just gonna.
Sunday's gonna have to be that day,
And it won't take you 10 minutes to wipe everything down, but got to get all the jizz.
Now the other thing I meant to ask you about, and I can do this since we're on the air, you're using an app to control, to keep track of all your costs, right?
Yeah.
And you keep track of your when an oil change is due and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I was thinking I want to start doing that.
You know what? Somebody Somebody needs to make an app for gig workers for that.
Right, but what is the app?
Oh, it's called
using?
Fuely. No,
Fuely.
They've changed. Hold on. I think that changed to Fuely. Let me look one more time. Yeah, it keeps all the data, which is
So I'm not really that concerned about the actual cost because I use them all on my same credit card.
Yeah.
I got a well, what the mover? No, what
Moves.
Yeah, Moves. I got that card and I love it, by the way. And the app is awesome. But I wanna, so I'll be, I'm running all the expenses on that one.
Yeah.
But I was more thinking about, the maintenance pieces, which I'm not great at, by the way.
No. So yeah, it basically puts all reminders in. You can put like when you want to do your oil filter or your air filter, but just some fun stats, okay, Esper?
Yep.
Just fun. So I've tracked this since. Now I've owned this car for 164,000 miles.
This is your black Honda Pilot.
Yeah. Wait a minute. I bought it with 77. So does that equal 250? No.
Well, yeah. No.
Maybe I haven't tracked. Not quite 250. Maybe I haven't tracked them all. Anyways, so I paid 19,000 for the car. I've spent $25,000 in fuel since I bought this car. 25,000.
So how does it track it then? Do you put it in every time?
Yeah, every time I fuel up, put the mileage, how much it is per gallon, and then it calculates everything for you. Your gas, like your miles per gallon.
Well, you just put you input how much you filled up, how many gallons you filled up, and how it cost. Yeah, okay, good.
And then I've put almost 10,000 gallons of gas in my car, and I've spent $12,000 on maintenance.
But see, that's okay though. It's good to have visibility of those numbers.
It's a good snapshot because you buy another car and you look at it and you're like, man, this car is costing me so much money. But I just love these stats.
Right. No, and this is good. So you said Fuely?
Yep, Fuely.
Okay.
Yep. And let's see, my average price of gallon of gas since I bought this. What do you think it is? This is
average since you bought. How long have you had
it? 6 years.
So my guess would be 197.
Nope, 256.
Oh, so not.
Average fuel up was $39 and average price per mile 15 cents. That's a lot. That's a lot.
It is?
Yes.
Well, but so you're paying average price per mile you're paying gas is 15 cents.
15 cents a mile.
And we get 54 cents to subtract on the taxes.
Yeah.
And I know the rest covers, depreciation and maintenance shit and all that.
Yeah, my average on that Pilot is 17.1, so it ain't great.
But still, I mean, so this is what I want to start tracking as well on the Kia Sedona. So
yeah, you definitely need to track it. It's important because it gives you maintenance reminders and then you just get it done.
But,
so, all right, here comes my UPS run. So the first one's freaking hilarious. Second one is a rip on, or it's kind of a funny thing with Gary. Gary was on the show last week. I haven't seen him on tonight, but all right. So this is a video about a UPS truck driving. This is more of a visual thing, so I'm sorry for the audio listeners, but we'll talk about it a little bit. Let's see. Here we go. It's 15 seconds. Okay, we're watching one more time. See? Okay, for the audio listeners, UPS truck, he's driving around. There's some goats in a pen, and he hits like, I don't know, something there.
The story goes there's 4 goats in the pen.
Right.
And they all fall in unison.
Yes, because they're fainting goats. That's what they do when they get scared. And it's so funny. Oh, I'm sure that clip has gone viral, but I hope that UPS driver doesn't get reported for that. He probably could because it went viral, so he probably does.
What happened to the van? What did he drive into something?
Yeah, yeah. Look, okay, so look, play it again. Look, there's a little like water bucket. Watch before he hits.
Something in front.
Okay, I thought it was the black that water jug, but oh gosh, fainting goats. I can watch that stuff all day long. Very funny.
That is awesome. So the next one is also a pretty cool one. Talks about some of the things that UPS drivers have and something they don't have.
Yeah, exactly. So we talked about this. Yeah, we'll play the video and then we'll talk about it.
Y'all don't even have AC. LOL. LOL indeed. You know what else we don't have? Deductions coming out of our check every pay period for Blue Cross Blue Shield health insurance.
His look at the end, like so basically Gary always was teasing us that the drivers didn't have air conditioning, and I'm like, right. Dude, they make bank and they don't pay for bennies, they don't pay for shit there, you know. And he's like, all right, I don't have AC, big deal, I'll go home in my $2 million house. Okay, that's a little extreme, but my beautiful house with AC, and I don't have to pay for bennies.
Well, that's the thing. So the drivers don't have to pay anything, but they get all the benefits.
Yeah, and they get a pension. I mean, right now, we are under Megan's insurance. We pay like $450 a month, and that covers nothing. I mean, it's gonna be great if I, get really sick, but for the regular stuff.
So I told you Michelle went to the ER, right? Last 2 weekends ago. Yesterday, she saw the preliminary bill of the 2 hours.
She was there for 2 hours?
2 or 3 hours, right?
Yeah.
And she has some extreme tests, right?
Yeah.
Now, this is the preliminary bill that they're sending to the insurance company, right? $4,000.
Whoa.
Right?
Yeah. I actually thought it was going to be a little bit higher, but.
Now, I'm assuming.
But that's not the doctor's bill. That's just the hospital bill, right? The doctor will bill separate.
Well, I don't know.
A lot of times those doctors have.
This is just the first one we saw. But anyways, but we're also assuming that they're going to lower it because it's all, this is not the negotiated rates and all that bullshit, right?
Yeah.
But who knows? This is the one that the hospital is submitting to insurance for payment.
Right.
It's like, are you kidding me?
It's ridiculous.
For 3 hours, right?
Yeah.
And yes, ridiculous. It was some crazy stuff that happened. And Michelle is fine, by the way. She's fine.
Yeah.
But
I know. It's healthcare system.
Ridiculous.
Our healthcare system. Okay. Next up is a picture from our local group. And I haven't heard much of this, so I wanted to get any people's feedback. Basically it says these are the kind of orders you get when you do the $10 an hour guaranteed pay. Pretty much, of course, you don't know you get these orders until after you deliver it. So for audio listeners, apparently this person has decided that you can do an hourly pay guarantee through DoorDash, but it's only $10 an hour. Like, that seems crazy. And one of her orders, it was $1.95. So base pay was $1.95, no tip. The other one was the base pay was $3.01 and no tip. So basically she's saying it's not worth to do the $10 an hour guarantee. But who would do a $10 an hour guarantee? And do you get to keep more if it comes in, or are they just giving you the poverty ones?
Well, that's the thing, right? So that would be a minimum, I guess, it's minimum $10 an hour, right? And then you get the tips on top. But it's like nobody tips.
Yeah, but I honestly think that they're doing that just so they send the bottom feeder ones to the people for the guarantee, because they're not going to send a high paying order to a person that's making $10 an hour.
No,
I'm just saying if they're going to do a guarantee, it's going to have to be $15 to $18 an hour for me.
But unfortunately, they don't have to.
Well, yeah, they don't,
because there's drivers who accept to drive for $10 an hour.
That is crazy.
I would never.
No, I wouldn't even drive if I was driving their vehicle for $10.
These are the same people who want to be employees. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're probably right.
This is what's wrong with the system.
See, I wonder if they want to be employees and be flexible, or they just want an 8 to 5 doing DoorDash for $10 an hour.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Because to me, there's two different things. You can want to be an employee but still want the flexibility, but I don't think you're going to get that. So
right. No, this is yeah.
Jerry keeps posting the same answer 3 times. I bet it's his phone. Anyways,
maybe
he keeps talking about the dark.
Yeah, that's true, Jerry.
It is true. I'm really excited to announce we have a new sponsor.
Yay!
Solo. So I'm just going to kind of read what they have. This might be a little longer ad than normal since it's new to us. I've heard of Solo. We've actually interviewed the owner a couple of years ago, and this app has kind of gone out of control. But have you ever wished you knew how much you were going to make today and how long it would take, or which job was the highest paying in your city? There's an app for that. Solo. Solo uses millions of data points in cities across the country to create daily optimized work schedules for you that they guarantee, making up the difference if you earn less. Now, that's incredible. They also help you track all of your 1099 income, expenses, miles, and project your taxes in one easy-to-navigate dashboard. Solar offers a 2-week no-commitment trial to all gig workers. Whether you're out dashing, shopping for Instacart, or driving with Uber, start optimizing your independent work with Solo and at worksolo.com. Don't go there. Use our link. A couple of things, just some numbers. Tens of thousands of workers use Solo across the country. The average gig worker can take home $5,000 more each year when they use the Solo Business in a Box and Smart Schedule feature. Gig workers using Solo Smart Schedule are 20% more on average, or $90 more per week in some cities. And Solo has guaranteed over $6 million in worker earnings across 14 cities. So it does cost money. It's $3.99 a month for the basic. And if you are in the city that they do the smart scheduling for, it's $7.99 a month for the pro plan. There's annual plans that you can save 20%. But yeah, they do income management, automated mile tracking, tax projections, and then they have a leaderboard in there if you're making the most money. So,
and remember that subscription is tax deductible.
Of course, it is tax deductible. But yeah, this is a great app. I'm so glad that they reached out to us. I want to rattle off the cities. Okay, so pay guarantees are only available in Seattle, Miami, Miami, Orlando, Atlanta, Tampa, Nashville, Atlanta. Did I read Atlanta twice? They wrote it twice. Houston, Dallas, San Antonio, Austin, Chicago, Detroit City, Columbus, and Indianapolis metro areas. And of course, they're adding more as they go on.
Well, so the thing is, they're adding more as they get more users
Correct.
and more data in those cities. So do not let it discourage you from signing up.
Yeah.
Because the more you sign up, the faster you sign up, the faster more data points in each city, the faster they're going to add on the guarantees.
Yeah,
in
the
your
smart
city.
it's called the smart schedule and pay guarantee. Yeah, I think that's incredible. I would definitely, obviously I wouldn't do it in the summer that I'm not doing gig work, but if it was in Grand Rapids, I would definitely do the $7.99 a month.
It takes it takes all the difficulties out of it.
Right. It's tracking your data. It's figuring out, and what it does is it calculates your data. And is like, okay, this is what we guarantee you make if you work during these hours. So it basically tells you
these apps. It tells you what to work and when to work.
Yes.
Yep.
So check it out. Link is in the description. I'm sure we'll talk to Bryce down the road, but we can't thank Solo enough for supporting the Gig Economy podcast.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
And you guys support us by supporting Solo.
There you go. Good wrap up there. Okay, a couple new features. This is heavy UPS and rideshare guy because I just love the content they put out. I wish I had a team like him. I just don't have enough finger clickers to do it. But these don't explain a lot. But if you go to their YouTube channel after you watch these videos, there's a full length one. They didn't have any written description on their website, but these are two things I hadn't known about, and so we're gonna play them. The first one is about Uber.
The new Uber Pro card. And after the video, tell us if you're going to get it or not.
Hey everyone, Chris here for the Rideshare Guy. Now, Uber just announced that they are going to be expanding and giving different rewards when it comes to the Uber One Pro card, like higher cashback on gas and EV charging, as well as the ability to cash out every single ride free of charge. But this is just for Uber. And there are other companies out there that can do this for different gig platforms all across. And then, do you want to have a different checking account as well as your own bank? There's a lot of things here. So the question is it going to be worth it for you to get? And are you going to actually get it or not? Comment below and let us know. Check out the pinned comment for a full video breakdown on the changes that Uber just announced. And drive safe, everyone.
I love the lines that they keep on the Rideshare Guy. Like they just like, yeah, this is great, but there's a lot of other cards out. Like they keep what am I trying to talk about? Like journalism that's fair and balanced. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's a great feature, but why do you want another checking account? Why do you want to do, you know what I mean? So that's what I don't like. Now, the only thing I thought about, I mean, I'm not gonna get it. I'm already decided.
Me
too.
I'm gonna stick to my my Moves card. But and here's what I kind of wish that Moves would do this. Because the one thing I'm missing is the additional gas discount.
Yeah.
Because it's significant.
Yeah.
I mean, I could get 7% back with the Uber Pro card.
Yeah, I know Moves they love the tax thing, or the stock thing.
Right.
But I think right now, and maybe they've added an update. I haven't looked recently, but right now we're hurting at the pumps, for gig workers, and that's where we need it.
Definitely are. Now again, I have all my money going directly into my Moves card.
Mm-hmm.
It is super easy to use it. I can go to any of the approved ATMs, which, by the way, here in Grand Rapids, there's a ton of them. It's that ATM network. They call something special. I forget what it is, but all the Walgreens have them, all that stuff. So it's easy enough to get your money.
What? Oh, I was going to say that's a pain point for me with Moves. I don't know why you can't deposit into my checking account. It's very strange to me.
My guess is it's coming soon.
But I mean, what every other card has that. Like I can, like even my Amazon Flex card. No, okay, that's Amazon money. I get it. So I'm sure it does cost money, but I'm just saying, like, it seems like a lot of people, I did get some feedback from some of our listeners that the pain point with the Moves card was just not getting it into their own checking account. But you know what I mean?
I do know what you mean.
Because I'm not going to pay my bills out of my Moves account. I'm going to use but because I don't want to go, because what happens in the summer when I go back to regular and I'm not doing gig work anymore? You know what I mean?
I do.
It needs to be a little bit more flexible, in my opinion.
And I'm not saying it's not, but I'm just saying it's not difficult.
No, you can use, if you have Venmo and you get the Venmo debit card, you can do it that way. And then Venmo into your checkout. But I mean, it's like one extra step. I'm just saying,
I understand.
That is my pain point from them. I love them. I'm going to use their card.
And maybe it's different for me because I'm part-time. And so because it's kind of my play money.
True. That makes a huge difference. I mean, that's a really good point.
All my regular bills are paid out on my regular, my bank account, whatever. True. So it is but again.
So basically you're saying when you get around to it, you'll deposit the cash when you get around. Yeah. For me in the winter, I need that money to pay bills.
Oh no, I get that.
And I would say that most gig workers, which we've talked about, most of them are part-time anyways. So
anyways, I mean, I made at least a couple of dollars in my Uber stock.
Right.
Because it's so ridiculously low right now. But again, I do like my Moves card. Oh, yeah, it is pretty easy. And yeah.
The only thing I'll be using for gas, I'm going to be using my Flex card when I do Flex, because I get a ton of money back on gas.
Well,
and that's only gas.
That's the thing. We're hurting at the pump. We were just saying that.
Yeah.
It's like Moves, feature, please.
Yeah, just a little bit. You know what I mean? Especially when you can double up. Like a lot of pumps at Marathon, I use Get Upside or Upside. It used to be Get Upside. I cannot stop saying Get Up. It's just Upside, which we have a link that you can save money on. I use that promo code. Yeah, Gig Economy 25.
Gig Economy 25.
But at Marathon, I already get 5 cents off just for putting my phone number in.
Now I did consider changing my active credit card on my Shell gas station to the Moves card, because then I'll get the extra percentage there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you can actually, if you sign up for the Shell values program, whatever,
fuel rewards.
You can activate your credit card on that
Oh,
one.
you can link it.
Yeah, as long as you just use that credit card, you automatically get that fuel rewards. Yep.
That would be the way to go.
So that's not too bad, and I always get at least what is like 3% or something like that. So
yeah. Well, Marathon's 5% without doing anything. So the next feature I'm going to play from our buddy, the rideshare guy, it's Lyft, and this is a feature that I've been asking for a long time. Now, I'm not taking passengers currently, but I think this is a game changer.
Hey everyone, Chris here for the rideshare guy. Have you seen that Lyft came out with this new stay within area feature, which is a destination filter? But I like to call it area preference because you're really preferring the area that you can pick up and drop off within, and you get to pretty much name how far you want to go and where you want to drive. Well, if you haven't yet, make sure you check out our full breakdown video. Link is going to be in the pinned comment.
Now, to me, that seems great. I've always asked for that. Like, instead of a destination filter, like I only want to work 3 miles out of the downtown area. Just put it on, and then I'm basically taking short rides, right?
Right.
In theory.
Do
you think, you're not excited about that? I'm like,
I don't know if I would use it.
You're right. It's so much situational for you weekend warriors that are just doing bar night.
Exactly. Exactly.
I think I would love to do that, especially when you're trying to get a bonus, and maybe there's some restrictions about that. But I think area is incredible.
I mean, I must admit, I really like I like the Uber quests that I've been getting.
Yeah. But that's kind of you have to pick up in a certain area too, right?
Well, so the big quests, 50 rides, or whatever. That's just Grand Rapids. And the cool thing about those, even the Allendale pickups count out there.
Well, then it's not just Grand Rapids.
Well, but they say it's a Grand Rapids pickup, but it's not. I think Chris was referring to it as the kidney of Grand Rapids.
The kidney of Grand Rapids.
That's the area. If you see the area that looks like a kidney, kind of.
Yeah.
And so that's for special. That's for the you get the $3 extra or whatever that comes on that one. Then it has to start in the kidney of Grand Rapids. But if you do the 50, if you do the 50 or the 70 rides over the weekend, then as long as you pick them up in the surrounding area of Grand Rapids, including Allendale, then they count there.
Yeah.
And honestly, if you don't know this, if you're just looking to get a bunch of rides, head to Allendale. You'll get a bunch of rides in no time.
Yeah, especially if it qualifies for the quest.
Yep,
might as well. Hey, I forgot to mention, y'all. Obviously we have a Patreon. Jesper and I are gonna do 15-20 minutes after the show tonight. So if you'd like to join us, we'll be doing that, talking some more stories
for the Patreons only.
All right, next up is you. It is a TikTok. I dropped a story link there, do you see? And then I have a TikTok.
Abnormal Poet, yes.
Do you want me to play the TikTok
just
first?
Play the TikTok, yep.
All right, this is in reference to the hurricane, so.
I hate all of y'all right now. Y'all knew this hurricane was coming, and you still order shit? I gotta go to 172 of y'all today. Ooh, I hate y'all. I hate y'all. Everything is wet. Everything is wet. Everything.
But I mean, it's a fun video, and it obviously went viral. Okay, my only immediate comment is, why does he hate us? Why doesn't he hate Amazon? They're the one who put him into.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we were going to talk
Amazon
about.
Should keep the packages back home, whatever.
Yeah. So first of all, when I watched the TikTok, I was like so pissed at Amazon. But if you read down the article all the way to the bottom,
which I did not do.
So, Amazon said that it has over 8,000 employees in the Tampa area, and its priority is that these employees are safe. It has closed more than 80 facilities that are in the path of the storm. The company will be paying employees for their scheduled shifts during the closed period, as well as providing help to employees who are affected by the hurricane. So you can shit on Amazon, but they're clearly taking care of them. I don't know if it was just a heavier rain than normal. I don't know when this was before the hurricane came.
It was Hurricane Ian.
Yeah, but I don't know when he recorded that. I mean, of course, it starts raining before the actual main part of the hurricane gets there. So
right.
But I wouldn't put put it past them for Amazon saying, hey, you need to go out. And that's always a weird thing too, right? Because most of those drivers are with DSPs, delivery service partners.
I was gonna say, is it really Amazon?
But then here's the thing though, if Amazon says they have to go out, if the delivery service doesn't do it, those guys are on the hook for all that. You know what I mean? They can get in trouble. So it's really, I mean, even the vans are AI monitored and everything. Like, yeah, it's a delivery service partner, they're third party, but Amazon controls them, really, if you think about it.
Right.
I mean, if they say no, then they're like, okay, you're fucking your whole company. I'm shutting your company down.
Right. Then you won't. Yeah, exactly.
So if Amazon
don't bother coming up tomorrow,
your apps are your phones are not going to work tomorrow. We're shutting you off.
Bye bye.
But my point is like they still are controlled by Amazon, and it wouldn't surprise me if Amazon would make them go out in the hurricane because they're kind of assholes.
They are kind of assholes. My son seems to think he wants to work at the Amazon warehouse. Like, no, that's not a good idea, buddy.
Well, is it the packing plant or like the warehouse like we go with for Flex? That's not so bad.
No, but he wouldn't. It's not like he wants to be a Flex driver. He wants to be at the warehouse.
So there's two different kind of buildings. There's a warehouse where the semi trucks bring the packages,
right? And
there's a sorting center. Yeah, they're two different things.
He wants to do the packing of the packages.
Oh no, they're gonna work them to the bone.
Right,
they're gonna kill them. Yeah, the warehouse is different.
That's the one out on 60th Street, right?
Correct.
That's the distribution center.
Correct.
Yeah,
that's where the packages where they actually pack them and stuff like that. So
no, that's what. Yeah, no.
Yeah, the warehouse is fine where we pick up and stuff. Okay, so a new app. It's not new. It's called Delivered, and there's actually a job in this area. I don't know how many. It says one. Let me go back. Grand Rapids. So a catering delivery gig. It's bigger orders, bigger tips, pre-scheduled, $20 to $60 an hour.
20 to 60.
So benefits, earnings average range from 25 to 35 and even higher per order. Why did it say 20 to 60 on the first and it says 25
even higher?
Yeah. Except which order you want to take, choose your availability, and we will work with it. So use your own vehicle. You have to be available between 10 and 2 every day. So meaning that's when you have to do it. So it's like you choose your own schedule, but you're going to have to be, if you choose Wednesday and Thursday, you need to be available for us 10 to 2 Wednesday and Thursday.
So what if there's nothing available? What if there's no job?
That's true. I don't know. I haven't applied for it. I'm not saying I won't, but they do deliver dinner too, but they just don't have the hours listed. So
okay.
I don't know. I mean, it'd be interesting.
I won't be signing up for that one.
Well, they say most deliveries occur between 10 a.m. and 2, but they do deliver 24/7.
Right.
So I might try. I mean, I'll just, you know me, I'll apply for anything. See if it works. I mean, who knows?
You are a gig economy whore.
That's right. So anyways, if you want a catering job in Grand Rapids, again, I don't know how many they have, but it's Delivered. It's DLIVRD. So check it out.
So we have absolutely no new comments on the stream. I need a new comment because I think something is going on.
Yeah, I
need a new comment. Somebody tell me.
Well, something. Our boy Steve isn't here tonight. He always shares the stream for us. He's probably mad at me.
Why would he be mad?
I don't know.
Larry or Jerry or somebody, John or Janet, please
shut up.
Comment.
It's fine. We're doing a show. Who cares?
I care.
Janet's commenting on the Telegram group. So she said there's ducks in her house. It says I was sitting quietly listening to the gig economy live stream, and the couple came in to check in. They're wild ducks and never been inside before. They walked around the center bench and then out again. I guess gig economy was not of interest to them. You can hear Jesper and Jason on the audio. That's hilarious. There's ducks. Just walking around in her house. That's funny.
There's ducks.
Larry says, I'm here for you, Comfort King. See, he needs validation, Larry. I'm fine. I'm very comfortable in my own self. I don't need validation.
I need constant validation.
Yeah, and I'm too busy running the show to give it to him. So, hey, next sponsor. Hey, John McCallion, he just messed with his mic. Do you ever see me touch my mic the entire show?
No.
I never touch it.
Because you're touching everything else.
Well, put your hands on. You got a pop or you got a penis. Put your hands on it. All right. Next sponsor, of course, Get Upside. No, not Get Upside, Jason. Son of a bitch. It's just Upside. Promo code Gig Economy 25. Gas is still cranking. If you haven't used this app before, download the app with the link in our description. You get 25 cents off. And then when you add the promo code Gig Economy 25, you get additional 25 cents off your first fill up. I would recommend. They probably wouldn't like this, but you can create another email address and use the code. Just saying. I may have done that. They're not going to listen to this. You can create another email address. Use the code. God damn it.
Somebody use the code, please.
Anyways, Upside, we can't thank them enough for supporting us. Go to the link in the description and then use the promo code Gig Economy.
And it does work. I mean,
it does work.
Get real money. So
yeah, I use it every time I fill up. So where am I at, Jesper?
You are right here in front of me.
Jesper, let's see. We're running out of time. So we're getting close to the end. Let me look. So I want you to let's talk about the
should you tip your food? Is that
no, we're gonna jump into the Biden stuff. Hope you read it because I didn't read it. This is important.
I didn't read this one.
God damn it, Jesper.
So, it was this well, I kind of skimmed it. So the idea is that last week we briefly discussed, and I can kind of talk about it. So last week we briefly discussed how they're going to change the employee status. And the problem is, and this actually just posted the other day, but Biden proposal could lead to employee status for gig workers. And the idea is now this is not just speculation. It's getting closer and closer to being the real deal. Proposed rule, long awaited by labor activists, would make it harder for companies to classify workers as independent contract workers. The Labor Department on Tuesday unveiled a proposal that would make, and this is yesterday, Tuesday. This is how new this is. Would more likely for millions of janitors, home care and construction workers, and gig drivers to be classified as employees rather than independent contractors. Companies are required to provide certain benefits and protections to employees, but not to contractors, such as paying minimum wage. We know all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the things. The proposed rule is essentially a test that the Labor Department will apply to determine whether workers are contractors or employees for companies. The test considers factors such as how much control workers have over how they do their jobs and how much opportunity they have to increase their earnings by doing things like offering new services. Workers who have little or of either are often considered employees. Okay. A big part, and this is in Michigan, a big part of how a contract worker is defined is that you have to have multiple kind of people you're working for.
Right.
Okay. So if you only work for one person, one company, whatever it is, then it's harder to stay as a contract worker.
Right.
Okay? That's one of the terms. But obviously the other term is also define when you want to work.
Right.
That's also, so these are some of the things that the Biden administration is looking at making harder and kind of moving.
Yeah.
And so we are moving into this whole moving into a rhythm where it's going to be much harder for us to be classified as a contract worker. And then of course, if that's what we're doing, then things are going to change even more from Uber and Lyft, because if we can't be contract workers, then the whole model is going to collapse.
Right. So I actually do lean left, but this is one thing I'm not a huge fan of, because I know if you lean a little left, you're, being a Democrat, you want, everyone to be employees, you want everyone to get benefits. It's kind of the model of, if you were to say you were a Democrat, you would kind of be before that. But it's really weird. I try to think of the whole gig economy. I try to take myself out of gig work and say, well, what about the drywallers? What about, like, why all of a sudden is this getting thrown into the laws? Like, people want to change this now with gig work coming around. Like, right. I didn't hear anything about this in the 90s or the early 2000s before gig workers was around, and everyone did. I mean, maybe it was thrown around, I just didn't notice. But I mean, like, what about the drywallers? What about the roofers? Everybody that's, you all right over there?
I'm fine.
Okay. everyone that is already a contractor, why they don't want to be employees either. There's jobs out there for them if they wanted to be employees.
But don't they set their own rates?
They do. That's the only caveat.
I think
they do set their own rates.
That's I think that's one of the big things here is we are driving from a company where we do not get to set our own rates.
That's true. There's some gray area there.
But we also decide we want to do it. That's the thing. So I don't have a problem being a contract worker. I like doing what I do. I like driving for Uber and Lyft. If they want me back, please Lyft.
Did you apply?
I opened the conversation. But now everything is changing because the new vehicle. So, but I reopened the conversation.
Yeah.
Anyways, and I would go back driving for Lyft if I could, but again, I wanted to stay where the way it is. But I'm also the kind of guy who I'm not gonna go out and drive. I mean, so my situation is different. We know that, right? I don't have to drive. I don't have to make the money. But I also wouldn't go out there and driving if it's for less than $25 an hour. There's just no way.
Yeah.
That's a waste of my time.
So we struggle with this kind of stuff. I mean, to get down and dirty, 7 to 9 Eastern this Friday. Yes, we'll be on with Steve, and he will get down and dirty with all this stuff. I'm sure he's even talked about it on some of his shows, ridesharerodeo.com. But check it out, 7 to 9. I'm sure Steve will break it down. I'm sure that will be basically the whole conversation as this has just recently changed, because the stocks took a dump today, Uber, Lyft, and DoorDash, because of something with the Biden, this proposal coming out or something.
I mean, let's be real here. Let's be real. If they were paying us better, I'm sure nobody would care. The drivers, drivers would care.
Yeah. Do you think? Yeah. Everyone says they want the benefits and they want this. Yeah. If they were getting paid guaranteed $25-30 an hour, they wouldn't care.
Well, go back to when gig economy was in its infancy and everybody was making $50 an hour.
Right? You didn't hear nothing about it.
Nobody cared.
Yeah.
Nobody wanted. Nobody cared.
So basically, they don't want to hustle and work like how you figured out to make $25 an hour. They're making $8 an hour, and they just want money.
But why is it that is? Right? It's because of our own damn fault.
Yeah.
Because you're accepting all those rides.
Right.
It's you're living in the lie of, oh, I have to do it or I can't make my money. No.
Right.
The more you have to do it, the more you are forcing yourself to living according to these rules.
Right.
I mean,
yeah.
Just don't accept the $3 rides. Don't accept the $250 DoorDash.
Well, you got to remember, it's not. I mean, I'm not saying that you make your own decision to accept those low rides, but it is on the apps to how they manipulate you to try to take those low rides.
Oh, absolutely.
They give you points. You become diamond, top dasher, and so they give you these little extra perks or whatever, a little bit off gas, but truly, it's still your decision to take them. So, all right, real quick, we got to wrap. I love this. I can't believe I found this, and this is called SipZ. SipZ. It's only in Michigan. Basically, you can return pop cans for a gig. This is only in Michigan. It's actually in Grand Rapids. You make so it says how much you will make. Each bottle is worth 10 cents. You pay 6 and you make 4. So basically, when you turn the can in, they give you 4 cents. So you get 4 cents a can for returning it. And they say that most of their workers make $15 to $20 an hour returning cans. But you also have to go pick them up from the people's houses.
Well, yeah, but picking up. Okay.
Yeah. So you can become a SipZ returner. I mean, I don't know where I saw this. I think I saw an ad on Facebook.
But how much does the people at the house get then?
They get okay, so let me hold on. Let me
because I mean my son takes my cans back now, but why would I not use
the homeowner will get 5 cents for each can.
Oh, so it's half. So.
Yeah, and then SipZ takes a penny for each can. So I've never heard a train come through here when we've done the show. So anyways, yeah, they'll come pick them up. And you get an email notification, and there's a way that you can estimate how many cans. It's like an estimator, so it's a rough estimate. They can figure out what kind of trash bag you have, and how much you have in there.
Nice.
I'm going to reach out to them for an interview. I think it's incredible. But yeah, they're out of Grand Rapids, Michigan.
In Denmark, they actually have a service where they give you special bags.
Okay.
And that bag has a barcode that's to you.
Okay.
So you put all your cans in the bag, you drive down to the facility, you drop off the bag, and the next day the money's in your bank.
They just scan it and that's incredible. Man, those European countries, I'm telling you. But yeah, they said they've and then you can also donate the money. So they have 80 charities set up. So the 5 cents that you would normally get, you can apply it to a donation. They said they've donated $13,000.
And then you get a donation receipt at the end of the year?
I'm not sure on that, but I bet you would. I don't know why you wouldn't.
Yeah.
So, it does say
that might actually help the charitable companies.
Yeah, there's schools on here.
Nice.
Bunch of stuff. So yeah, it was really cool. I'm gonna reach out to him, try to get him on the show. So.
That is a good idea. I've not Sipsy.
I can't remember where I found it. Maybe on Facebook ad or something. But I was like, this is cool. I won't do it, but I'm gonna. Okay, I know this sounds stupid. I'm being bougie, and this is where I feel like blessed. But I don't return my bottles. I just recycle them. I don't care. Like I just recycle them. I pay the 10 cents and I just recycle them, and I pay to recycle. So I hate returning cans. I hate it. It's gross. It's sticky.
Yeah, but now if you use Sipsy, why not be a Sipsy?
No, I won't be. I'll use it as a service.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So you might as well get the 5 cents.
Well, now I will because I just found out. But my point is, I hated. I would never return them. They would pile up in my garage. It'd be gross. The bees are all around it in the summer, and I was like, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to recycle them. But now I'm going to use this. Why not? They're going to recycle them anyway.
Do you get a Sipsy container then?
I don't think so. I think you use a trash bag, and then they can estimate. You tell them what size trash bag you have, and they can figure out approximately how many cans in it. Now, I don't know if they actually do the returns, if they're able to verify exactly how much you're in. I don't know, but
they would be close.
It'll be close. Yeah. I mean,
if I had get out of the way, my biggest problem I have right now is some cans I have to take to certain stores.
Yeah,
I hate that.
Yes,
like, and then you get to the store and the stupid machine doesn't work.
Well, that's the thing. They're probably only going to go to Meijer. So if you haven't bought it at Meijer, it's probably not going to work. But they say they guarantee if it's got 10 cents on it, they'll give you the money for it. So,
well, that's the thing. So the Sipsy, the service worker will have to do the sorting and take them to the different stores.
I guess, but I wouldn't freaking do that if it was me. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for listening to Gig Economy Podcast. We'll be on Patreon in about 5 minutes, and then we got a couple other stories we didn't get to cover on the show here. Jesper's doing the dab?
I have no idea.
I think it's a dab. My kid does that every once in a while.
I'm too old for
that. No kidding. I love that you just went after it though. So yeah, check out patreon.com/GigEcon podcast and sign up. You can definitely watch us for a little bit more if you want to.
Thank you so much, guys. It's been awesome. And I hope you see you guys on the road.
All right. Have a good night.